Welcome back, strange crew. You are tuned into another trip through life's deep cuts. We hope you enjoy the ride.
Keep it strange.
In 3, 2, 1, we're friggin' rolling, and we have an exclusive for you today. We have waited years for this interview, and she's finally here in the studio. Welcome, Sarah.
Hello.
Thank you so much for gracing us with your beautiful presence and self today.
Thank you for having me.
We're so stoked. You're doing so much for music and the music community and like bringing people together. And I've wanted to talk to you for a long time. And I know we know each other, but I just think it's important for anyone who doesn't know what you're doing, or if they're part of it, or if they're coming out tomorrow to East Coast Emo, I want them to know more of like why you started this.
Who are you?
Who?
So who are you? What do you do?
Who the hell
Who
are
do
you?
you like? I like you guys.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
That's all we wanted.
Interview
Yeah.
over. You got that, Hawk?
Done.
Okay.
Cut
It's
it.
over.
We're
Done. It's over.
No, okay, well, my name's Sarah. I guess I do East Coast Emo Night. I've been doing it for 6 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Really, the reason I started it because I've seen other events around the States and in Canada, and I was like, well, why doesn't Atlantic Canada have an emo night? Maybe I should just do it. So,
Thank God you did.
bless. Thank you.
Well, and you know, not to interrupt, but like we didn't get a lot of those bands coming to the Maritimes or
No.
the East Coast region. We traditionally had to travel and even still do. So I think like that's a big part of it too. It's fucking awesome that you did it. No one was doing it other than in our kitchens, hanging out together at house parties.
Bringing artists here was, when I started, it was just like a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I would ever bring like these kind of artists to the stage. Honestly, the way that happened was I shot Wade from Alexa on Fire a DM on Instagram. I was like, hey, do you want to come to Halifax? And he was like, yeah. I didn't actually expect him to want to say yeah to come. So that's kind of how it started with bringing like larger artists here. But yeah, so as I do that, I continue to try and one-up myself and bring more artists here and one-up. But it's challenging, but I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
So describe for someone who hasn't been to one, what is the experience like of an East Coast Emo Night? What goes down?
Well, it's fun.
Yes.
Well, essentially it's all like the nostalgic hits that I grew up listening to, a lot of people grew up listening to. So like bands like Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Bring Me the Horizon, like all that stuff is being played to you. And it gives us like a safe space for people who like that music to come and enjoy it with other people who also enjoy that music. So we're going to blast it in your face and you're going to dance to it, basically.
The thing I always liked about it is, you know, growing up, going to shows, it's kind of how you find a big part of your individuality and your identity. And, you know, that music becomes part of like your fabric as a person. And then when you're, you know, working and lifing and doing all those things, your life changes, and that's not all consumed by going to the shows and stuff anymore. You might get to go to a concert once in a while, and usually a lot of people have to work really hard to get to go to those things. So to be in a place where there's people who like your niche type of music, especially as life gets a little more difficult. So, I mean, there's joys along the way, but it's good to be around someone. It allows you to meet friends as you get older and to be around people who actually like the same stuff as you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? I think it's kind of neat. I saw some friends that I hadn't seen in 20 years at a celebration of life a couple of weeks ago. And it was wild just walking in and hearing the same music that I love today in a room full of those people. I didn't realize how much we all needed it. But I think that that's the biggest part that, like you said, it's the safety, the inclusivity, just the ability for people to come out and like, yeah, we're all unique, but now we're all uniquing together. Yeah. And we might be able to meet up at the next show and come to St. John and Halifax and Moncton and Toronto. I think there's a lot of power in that as we get older. So watch out because we're taking over the world.
Emos unite.
Yeah, let's go. Right?
Yeah, we were chatting about this right before we hit record, how sort of emo music is sort of like the type of rock music that's sort of, I feel like almost like defining like our age gap, the millennial generation, I guess. But it's through TikTok, that whole aesthetic, that whole music is having a comeback. How do you feel about that? How are the kids all right? Or
nice reference. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I think social media is a huge reason why it is coming back too. And the fact that there's a lot of these emo festivals popping up now,
Yeah, which is
like
great.
Warped Tour is back.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? And like all the bands that we used to listen to growing up are also making a return.
And they're probably thrilled because they're like, oh, what? People want this? Yes, let's make some
we're
let's make
back.
some music, let's make some money.
New album, let's
yeah.
go. Like My Chemical Romance is back.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. Like, I think that's,
Yeah, that's a kind of interesting notion, isn't it? Because, I mean, sometimes, like, who knew that, like, you know, Cait getting bullied for loving Limp Bizkit. Look who's one of the top performing bands now, and y'all bullied me, but go ahead and talk shit, right?
And I think there's like this, I didn't really notice it back like in my 20s, but the whole it's all cyclical, right? With trends, like the Y2K aesthetic coming back, like the inflatable chairs, like I always joke we're like the hit list now, right? But that whole thing is coming back, and you realize, oh, this is how my parents felt when like boho came back in
this
the 90s,
happened to
right?
us at the record store the other day. We were filming a new intro, and we picked up like a 3 Days Grace record.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, it's so crazy. Like, you know, but then I realized they've been out for like 20 years. And like they came out when I was in like grade 6, grade 7. I'm 36, so I'm just like they, you know, and I didn't realize, but you still think, oh yeah, they came out just like a few years ago, and like that's exactly how our parents felt.
I know a lot of our bands now, it's like 20th anniversary of like this album, and I'm like,
what?
Have I is it really been that long? It's wild.
Yeah.
Like I don't like hearing like Sum 41 on like Oldies 98. It's really weird. Like In Too Deep is on, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And then like, you know, it's just like The Doors play next, and I'm just like, it's not the same.
No.
Right? But I'm glad that they're being inclusive of all of our listening trends, but it just feels weird. I'm like, don't put that title on it.
Yeah, they're calling us old.
I know.
And I think for so long too, like millennials have gotten shit on. We're the generation that got picked on, and then now we realize that we're not
not
the
the
young
problem.
folks anymore. We're not the young folks anymore. We're not the target audience. We're not the you know what I mean, the demographic now. A new generation's coming up, and the shit we like is old, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Aging's a privilege, guys.
Yeah. Have your goals for what you're doing even just this year changed?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, like I want to keep one-upping myself with every show.
Fuck yeah.
Honestly, the goal is to bring a full band to the Emo Night stage.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be fantastic.
I know. So like getting these artists to the East Coast and letting them see like, hey, like these people are here.
Yeah.
They're out here. They want to hear your
lucrative
music.
to come out. Yeah.
Like, hey, bring your band here. Like we will all come out for it. So like that is the goal. That is the goal, is to bring one of these bands here, at least at like my Halifax stage.
Yeah, for sure.
And
the
will
place is
happen.
friggin' beautiful. Like, you know, coming up to Halifax, Cait, like it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. So I think it's really lucrative for those bands to be coming out and also just taking a little bit of like recharge time from tour and recording and just being in families and stuff like that. Like, you know, come to Halifax and Nova Scotia is not a problem.
Yeah.
You know,
There's more to the East Coast than Toronto and Montreal.
That's not even the East Coast. I hate it when we were away, when they're like, oh, so like Montreal or Toronto, like when we say from the East Coast, I'm like, oh God. It's like this other half like doesn't exist.
Don't exist. It's like a blur past Toronto.
Sharice and I, we like to try to be, you know, visionary about our project, but you can only roll with every episode and everything that you can plan, right? What do you see as some of your big goals for next year?
Again, hopefully we'll bring a full band here. Honestly, like larger artists. I want to get some artists from like the Europe scene over here.
Yeah.
I hope that I just hope I can continue to grow it and keep having people come out and enjoy it. Like that is really just the goal. It's just to continue it,
right? And
just give people the space to enjoy the music. Really.
Well, Strange Crew, if you are listening or watching, and maybe you've been to East Coast Emo Night, maybe you haven't, maybe you've seen it online, maybe you've not. Even if it's not your thing, or if it is, you probably know someone that it is. So we always hope that by having this type of interview that people start to go, you know what, I know someone or a young person or somebody who actually loves that music that might be able to find some community in it. Mm-hmm. And by not sharing, I feel like the world just kind of gets to be a shittier place, and we need to be there for each other a little bit more and helping, you know, bring those goals to light. And the more lucrative we can show like how great it is to come out here, I think the better that we as a you know, Atlantic Canadian region, we prosper, right?
Yeah.
And like that's something to be proud of. So props to you for doing that, because you might, I don't know, I'm not going to fluff you up, but I'm going to for a sec. You might not realize the magnitude of, you know, bringing people into a space and them buying tickets to listen to the music they're listening to, because what it does is it has an effect on the restaurants, the hotels, how people talk about those things, how people decide to tour. And, like, props to you for doing that, because there wasn't anyone doing it good before, and now you're knocking it out of the park. And, like, now you're out playing, like, big stages, and you're doing shit. So, like, props to you, man. Seriously, people need to know about the hard work that people do, because it's, if you don't know and then you're not utilizing those things can go away.
Yeah.
Right?
So when one of my friends asked me, like, have you actually taken a step back and, like, look at what you at what you've done? I was like, no.
No, it's hard to.
Not really. Like,
Yeah.
I just do it. Like, I haven't really sat down and been like, wow, cool.
Cait and I have to remind ourselves that all the time.
All the time.
Just be like, take a moment. Remember where you are right now. Look at what we're doing or what we have done, right? And it's really important.
Could
to
be a
do that.
logistical thing. It'd be like, oh, how many interviews do we have to do? Or what are we doing? Where are we at the venue? But then sometimes we just have to say, wait, we have interviews to book today. That's really cool. We're at a concert
Remember
today.
when we used to like film in our apartments and like dreamed about having like our own studio space, and now we have.
It's
like,
easy
an
to
office.
take the work, not for granted, but to always be thinking what's next. But
Next,
when
yeah.
you sit back and you reflect and you go, oh wow, this actually is pretty crazy, and we're actually making an impact, and like that's pretty cool. I think that's why people answer their DMs and they want to be part of that, because it's actually not douchey, and it's like it's nice to be around.
Yeah.
You're good people. I've known you for a very long time, but you're good people, and you work really, really hard to make sure that other people have an outlet. And there's not many people out there doing that anymore, especially at, you know, the rate that you're doing it, and the amount of logistics that goes into wrangling people and sound and, you know, making sure that people feel safe when they're there. Like, I know that you are very thoughtful on that. So, you know, I ask anyone who's listening or watching, like, if you've ever even considered it and you're in St. John tomorrow night, you should definitely come. But any other events that you know, that you see, like, be sure to be following their socials so that you understand what's going on. Like, that's critical. Because we know how important music is to people, you know, and connecting now. And like I said, people they don't reach out when they really need to reach out. And sometimes people are going through the hardest shit in their lives. And when the band says, oh, how's everybody doing tonight? And we're like,
really rough,
you barely could get out of bed that day, but yet you drug yourself to the concert. Not drugged, but I mean, like, you dragged.
I mean, sometimes you could be drugged.
You could
drugged
be
yourself
drugged.
to the concert.
We don't judge.
We don't. We listen. We don't judge.
And if you need help, we'll help you. But
Ask for help
ask for help. We'll have resources.
in the description. Shit, I'm excited though. I think. Have you ever had anyone come to one of your events and maybe they weren't a huge fan of the music when it came out or when it was popular, and then like they came like with their buds or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my god, this song!" Because I feel like that's going to be me tomorrow.
Oh,
Because
it'll
like,
be the
yeah.
whole time.
Yeah.
because it's
You'll
like
be feral tomorrow.
because here's the thing, like when it was like in high school, my time, like I didn't listen to a whole lot of it, but it was so ingrained in our culture and of my peers. I was like always listening to like classic rock. I was one of those snobs, but I know all the songs because they were just such a huge part of popular culture, and they're a part of growing up. And you know, I'm one of the crazy people that subscribe to Sirius XM, and I listen to pop rock sometimes. And then like when the hit songs come on, I'm just like, oh my god, like this was good.
Oh yeah.
This was good.
You're gonna be there tomorrow, and you'll be like, oh, I remember that song.
song?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I remember that song. No
I'm
way.
excited.
That
What's your favorite song to play?
Yeah.
Like, what are you just like, I fucking can't wait to play that?
Oh my gosh. So there's a few that really go hard. Obviously Limp Bizkit. Anything by Limp Bizkit usually
This is
goes
gonna be so fun.
extra hard. My Chemical Romance, like Welcome to the Black Parade, is the emo anthem. So like
If you
that
guys
is
see
the
me
one-
on stage tomorrow when Limp Bizkit comes on, I apologize.
Oh, please come on up.
Don't kick me out. I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
You are welcome. Please come up.
Fucking right. Permission was granted, bitches.
Yeah, the Welcome to the Black Parade, that's the one that kind of gets the whole crowd going. Like, it kind of is the marker for the rest of the night once you play that song. Like, emo anthem, let's go. Yeah, honestly, all of them.
I'm so excited.
That is really fun. That's great. And while you're in St. John, you going to do anything kind of fun while you're here?
Well, I'll definitely be checking out all of the Area 506 shows.
Yeah.
Catch me down there. I mean, it's kind of full circle because the second show I ever seen was Cancer Bats and Alexis on Fire at the Gothic Arches
Oh my God.
We were there.
in 2007.
Yeah, we were there.
So it's like full circle to be able to see them again
Yeah.
in St. John.
Yeah.
I am
Stage.
so
Yeah.
stoked.
It's going to be a really good time.
Yeah.
I saw some footage from that the other day, and I was like, that's crazy.
I remember when that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that was also a gateway to like this kind of music for me. Like the first ever show I went to was Sum 41 at what is TD Station now.
Was it
Harbor
was
Station.
it Trebles Charger when they opened? Oh, I was there too.
Yeah.
I was grade 6.
And then the Cancer Bats, Alexis on Fire. So like that like that was a gateway for me to like
Yeah. Yeah, it was. That was my first rock show. That's why I was disappointed last year when Sum 41 had to cancel, because I was really looking forward to reliving that moment again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was really excited to see them too. I was gonna go to see them in the I think they were playing New Glasgow
Okay, yeah.
festival, and they also had to cancel that one too. I had Cone as a guest before, and he is so nice. Probably like one of the
Really?
nicest people
Yeah.
that you would
Yeah, he
ever
seems
meet.
it.
Believe it.
Yeah.
Very, very. I mean, I think every artist that I've had so far as a guest has just been so nice. I have never had someone be mean
Right.
or anything. Everyone's been wonderful.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to do it
To
too.
do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
You know, I think for them as well, like to have their, after all, you know, these years, going on 20 years and more for some of them, like
Yeah.
having their music, you know, be appreciated and, you know, survive. So I
Yeah.
imagine it'd be an honor to be invited to these events. And if you're free and available, why not, right?
The next one I'm doing in August 15th to be exact.
August 15th.
August 15th in Halifax
August
at
15th.
the Marquee. I have Ian and Aaron from Billy Talent.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic.
And like Billy Talent's also one of my favorite bands. So just like having them on the East Coast Emo Night stage is just like, it's a massive deal for me.
And it's validating to show that the business is going in the right direction that you want to go, because it helps you maybe when you do have that couple minutes or seconds to check in with yourself, you can go, okay, what do I want from it? What show does Sarah want to see in the next year? What's like a bucket list show for you?
I'll say like one of my bucket list artists
Yeah.
to bring over, I have a couple, would be Kellen Quinn
Okay.
from Sleeping with Sirens.
Yeah.
And Ollie Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon.
Really? Okay.
They've both done emo nights before.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of fact of being like, hey, we're here on the East Coast. Would
Yeah.
you want to come over here
Yeah.
and do one? Like that'd be a huge goal for me. Two of my favorite artists.
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, they're going to make it happen. 'Cause
Manifesting it for
Strange
you.
Crew,
Thank you.
start tagging them
Thank
now. Tag East Coast Emo Night. Okay, make it happen. Power of social, the power of power. Make it happen.
Yes.
Power. I
The
love it.
power of power. So excited. Okay. Well, Strange Crew, you heard it here first. If you're not down at East Coast Emo Night, I don't even know what the hell you're doing. So
Yeah.
Where you at? Or
at
whatever.
least August 15th. If she doesn't see you there, we're going to get a patron list and see who wasn't. So
I'm watching.
we're all watching you, Strange Crew. We're all watching. And until next time, keep it strange.
Keep it strange.
If you've enjoyed this, then you have to hit strangegrooves.com for more amazing content. To support this podcast and music community, go to patreon.com/strangegrooves. As always, keep it strange.